Welcome back. I'm joined today by three experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. My first guest is a radio host, author, and founder of the website Infowars.com. Please welcome Alex Jones.
You are not watching The Blaze. That is not Brian Sack.
It is The Blaze, and I'm me. My next guest is the host of a popular show on MSNBC. Please welcome Rachel Maddow.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for having me on here. And I'm so glad that you finally opened up your doors to a different point of view on the show.
Well, we've had a lot of different people on the show. We're happy to have you here.
I've heard that this show is very close-minded, and it's really wonderful for you to have opened up your doors so that maybe we can learn something today.
Look, I mean, I like to think we're open to all sorts of different points of view.
Well, I think you just learned something right there.
That we're not, in your world.
Exactly.
Okay. And my last guest and I have shared a bed together for over a decade. No, it's not Greta Van Susteren. Please welcome my cat, Omar. Meow.
I don't like to be out of the house, Brian.
I know you don't like to be out of the house, but you're doing me a favor. Please don't be vengeful. Don't. Omar, come on, Omar. Omar. It's cool. You'll get snack treats. All right, listen, let's talk about Max Baucus. He's announced he's retiring from Congress after, 47 plus years serving the people, as we call it, which makes me think about maybe we should have term limits. Well, you know, we've got these people in Congress for 40, 50 years. The top 25 have been in from anywhere from 45 years up to 57. I think it was Robert Byrd. Term limits. Do you think there should be term limits?
It's unnecessary. Max Baucus was hired several months ago. He was an extra on Yes Dear. He was placed there, obviously, by Kuwaiti businessmen who wanted to control our government, and so he just answers. He has the microphone in his ear. He drinks Mountain Dew, which, as we all know, the taste of Mountain Dew is the taste of millions of tiny microphones. So obviously, like, they can record what goes on in his body, in the House, in the Senate. They're in the Capitol building. Listening in.
Okay, let me ask you, first of all, you make these allegations. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Of course. Go to prisonplanet.com. It's $45 a day.
Alex.
Omar's got to
You're not here. I'm answering his questions.
But could I
can't answer questions.
I'm a cat,
Right.
but I'm going to say maybe you made a mistake in sitting Alex Jones and Rachel Maddow next to each other.
You know.
Okay, yeah, you're a cat. You're a lawyer. I'm the spiritual descendant of Paul Revere. Okay, we can all wear those hats. What is that tender touch? You can't make me feel, okay? You can't use affection to open my heart, okay?
Alex.
What?
Look in my eyes.
I don't want to. I
never
fear human
wanted
connection.
a man until right now.
Right now?
Well,
Alex Jones?
Yes. There's something about his...
God.
Oh, well.
Omar. Bad kitty. All right. Term limits.
Of course, there should be term limits. I think you should have 3 months, and by that time, anyone in the Capitol building has been completely tapped out in terms of being wired from head to toe, be it hair products, be it shaving cream.
This is laughable.
It sounds like a schizophrenic ranting and walking down the street.
You sound like the teams of psychiatric professionals who've been trying to have me locked up in 6 states. You sound like the people who throw me out of Cracker Barrels. I don't shout. I'm not shouting.
Right.
Okay, this is a normal tone of voice, and everyone's whispering to make me sound insane.
Interesting. Rachel?
I have spent a lot of time studying layman's physics, as well as law, science, mathematics, English, poetry of the genderless in the Middle Ages. So I have a number of different fields of study. But as far as term limits, what I would like to put across to you, what if we were to allow the idea for people to serve a limited amount of time in the Senate, and at the end of that time, that conclusion would then bring about a conclusion to their service in which they would no longer now be involved in the Senate, and they would have to leave. But I don't want to say I believe in term limits as per se, as such is the statement of what I'm saying.
So you took what might be 12 to 15,000 words to say term limits, maybe.
This is insane, bro. This is the kind of talk
I
you
kind of
get
expected
when you
that.
have a person bought and paid for by the people at Perkins Family Restaurant on your show in their pocket, and then all of a sudden now we got to turn.
Omar, come on.
This is not the first time I've been attacked by a cat
Alex,
or a process server.
Alex, let me ask you a question.
Okay,
You
here
really
it
do
comes.
believe?
Yes,
believe that there is a shadow planet, a second Earth that is rotating exactly in the opposite direction around the sun?
And we are on that planet. obviously.
You think we're on a different planet
the
than the planet
physics
Earth.
of this planet do not work the same as Earth is
That's
told in the
right.
Bible.
Physics work the same everywhere. That's the theory of relativity.
Thank you, Brian. Finally, we
Thank
agree
you.
on
There's a-
Thank
there's
you
a
for
reference to something
parroting
clever, right?
the opinion of.
This week's
of,
under the table sponsor is an over the table sponsor.
Omar, don't
Instead
read
of
my
getting
prompter.
A small sum
Omar.
of cash that we keep from the company in exchange
the veil
for
is
producing
lifted.
a commercial that the sponsor has no creative control.
And we are back with Alex Jones, Rachel Maddow, and my cat, Omar. All right, let's talk about what happened after the Boston Marathon bombings. There was a lot of confusion, and apparently people misunderstood Chechnya to be the Czech Republic. First of all, do you know the difference between Chechnya and the Czech Republic?
Of course I do, Brian. And I feel like I'm the only one out there drawing these distinctions. You're falling into the exact trap they want you to fall into, which is you take these attacks, which were, they pin it on Chechnyans when obviously it was carried out by Dennis Leary and his whole cohort.
Dennis Leary, the
Of course. The
Boston
famous
comedian.
Boston-based comedian.
You think he was behind
Of
them?
course. What better way to get the last laugh, if you will?
How was that funny?
It's not funny anymore. I've never found Dennis Leary funny. He has those albums, but you fall into the Chechnya trap, and then everybody else whose name begins with C, the Czech Republic, they're all off the hook. Canada caused the San Francisco earthquake. Chad, a nation in Africa.
Right.
Okay, yeah, they're the reason Friends is no longer on the air. Listen,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Chad?
Yeah,
The nation of Chad is why Friends is no longer on the air.
Right, of course.
Do you have any evidence to back up that allegation?
Must-See TV
Right.
was a wholly owned subsidiary of a consortium of African
All right,
nations.
one sec. Let's just
Stop.
give Rachel a chance
What-
to rebut this.
What are you smoking?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my question. Is what are we talking
Omar.
about here? We are talking about a major nation. The Czech Republic. The Czech
Omar.
Republic.
I'm sorry, he's mischievous.
I deal with a lot of cats. Anyway, and it is part of the dumbing down of America, part of the problem with our educational system, Brian, that we are constantly confusing things. The other day, I looked on your website,
fine,
and I
good.
saw that you had reported, and I think erroneously, the idea that we should bomb the Czech Republic immediately
Yes.
with nuclear weapons.
Yes.
That sort of allegation, Alex. That's sort of the mantle in which you're speaking from is such a powerful, such a powerful man.
Thank you. We need to go full nuclear against it. And if you respond to that in an emotional way, then I've done my job.
All right, Omar's got
I
a
think I'm
hairball. I'm
attracted
sorry.
to it.
Well, good. It's mutual. It's mutual, and I'm more of an angry person than a lover. But
Excuse
you have
me.
you have
okay.
a very composed way about you.
You're the
very
only man I've ever been attracted to.
Okay, wait.
You're the only woman I've ever been attracted to.
This is strange. Did that actually just happen? I was distracted with the cat puking.
It's hard to say what happened.
Brian,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. But what I do know is that we need to educate our children on our national borders.
Okay, fair enough. Omar, do you have anything to weigh in on the difference between Chechnya and
Brian,
the Czech
I'm a cat. I in a box and you scoop it out.
Fair enough. It's true. And I actually don't scoop it out because it's the
Automatic, and it's scary. Do you know what it feels like if you're going to the bathroom and that machine kicks in?
I know, it is terrifying. All right, well, that's weird. Rachel Maddow and Alex Jones are in love. You know what? This is a good time to probably just pull the plug on this. That's all the time we have for this week's BS of A. Please stay tuned for a brand new episode of The Wonderful World of Stu. Oh my God, like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, and share our videos on YouTube. I'm your host, Brian Sack, and if you've ever wanted to manage a large city, I urge you to run for mayor of New York because the current crop of candidates, not very promising. I'm glad we found a love connection here. Good night, America.
I'll be in my kitty carrier.
This is NBC.